Hey, it's Lindsay, y'all. Here with another update. The things that I've been talking about lately: voice therapy and name change stuff. Mostly, this is going to be about the name change stuff, but I did want to give you a quick update on the voice therapy stuff. I had a session this week, and and it was good. So we talked about some goals, and we started doing some exercises for raising pitch, and I was definitely planning to start trying to incorporate some of that into the videos and maybe change the way that I'm speaking a little bit as practice, and to have a chronicle of how that's going. I haven't done enough of the practice with what we've talked about yet for me to start doing it here. So, not doing anything with my voice in this video. Sorry if you were hoping for that. But yeah, so that's kind of the latest update on that. I'll be seeing my speech language pathologist once a week for a little bit, and she'll keep adding more exercises in. And so I'm going to start practicing twice a day for 20 minutes. That is the plan. So we'll see how that goes. So the other thing, name change. So per previous updates, I had gotten the court order in and started using that to update things where I could. One of the big things that I needed to do was to update my name with the Social Security Administration. So as far as the federal government is concerned now, my name is Lindsay. And so I needed that to be done, and I got that confirmation today, before I could update my driver's license, my state issued ID. So now, as far as my state is concerned, I'm also legally Lindsay, which is very, very cool. And I am excited about it, and I'm happy about it. But it's also, and I've been struggling. I've been thinking about this tonight when I decided to make this video. I don't know if bittersweet is the word, maybe. But I've been thinking about it, and I don't know. My head's a little fuzzy. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how to describe it, but I feel weird. I feel weird. The I had a name for over 30 years, getting close to 40 years. And that was the name my parents gave me. And I lived with that name. I identified with that for years. And even when I accepted that I was trans, I didn't really have issues with my name. It's, it's not a feminine name. Although my mom would tell you different, because when she was a bank teller, she had a woman who was a client who came in who had my old name, and so she thought maybe I might keep that. No, that was not part of the plan. So, just for background, Lindsay is actually the name that my parents had picked out for a girl, because when I was born, they did not know what the sex of the baby was going to be. And so this is sort of me reclaiming the name that I feel like was sort of supposed to be mine. And it's the name that I picked for myself first when I first sort of accepted that I was trans. And basically what I needed to do was, because I'm a nerd, I went to Reddit and was going to make a post. So I needed to make an account. And so a lot of people will do, because I'm completely unoriginal, a lot of people do things like, when they're questioning, it's like, maybe Ashley, or things like that. So I went with, the name that popped in my head was Lindsay, which is weird because in my head for the last however many years, decades. The girl name that I had in my head for that fantasy that if I could be a girl, this is who I would be. It was actually Lillian, which was a nickname from a dear friend from middle school onward, and remains to be a very good friend. I was actually just texting with her today about some advice on shoes, and her advice was get all the booties. We'll see how that goes. I've spent way too much money on clothes lately. Tangent. So Lillian was in my head for all that time, and then that day came in August last year, and Lindsay popped in there, and it stuck. And some people will, as they're trying to figure out what their new name should be, they will try a bunch of different things on. And Lillian was always my backup to go to if Lindsay didn't work out for me. But it worked out, and here I am. So I'm Lindsay. But yeah, it's just weird. That other name, that other piece of my identity, it's gone. Like, it's not gone because let's be honest, there's still a lot of stuff that I need to change. And I'm going to be getting junk mail in that name for, I'm sure, the rest of my life. And inevitably, people will dead name me. Dead name being both the noun and the verb, referring to the someone using your old name rather than your new name. That's what it's called. And I think I saw recently that made it into the dictionary even, which is kind of interesting and kind of cool. But yeah, so my dead name will be, I'll still hear it. I'm still going to see it places, but it's not my name anymore. It's not my name up here, but it's not my name legally anymore. And yeah, saying goodbye to that, it's kind of weird. I was looking at my driver's license today and seeing the new name on there. Yeah, it's mixed feelings. Mostly positive, though. This is the way forward. This is who I am now. I mean, for 4 months, the only places where I've still had to deal with that name are doctor's offices that didn't know yet, because it hadn't changed it legally, which meant that I couldn't change my insurance and all of that. So I still needed to go with that old name. Some doctor's offices actually did have a preferred name, and I could update it with that. But like my car insurance, my mortgage, and all of that stuff, it's still been in that old name. So, everything is changing now. Yeah, it's. I feel like I'm just kind of rambling a little bit now, but I feel like I kind of needed that. Just kind of need to get those feelings out a little bit, you know? I'm sure I'll be feeling that for a long time. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's feelings. I got the feels. Yeah. But I'm doing okay. I might be doing less okay if it was a few days ago. I think I'm just going to assume there's going to be a yawn in every video from now on, because the last two and now this one. So yeah, I was feeling a little down for about a week. I talked about that in my last video. It kept going for several days past that. And it finally started to kind of dissipate some yesterday and today. So I think I'm past it. I hope so. I really hope so. It's possible it was hormonal. We reduced my dose a little while back, and technically I did raise it back up a little bit yesterday. I don't think that's enough time for me to really notice a significant difference from where I was with the way that the levels rise and drop and the way that they affect other hormones and things. So I don't know, but I've been feeling a little better, and I'm not gonna look that gift horse in the mouth. But I do think I'm gonna keep going on this slightly higher level. It's not as high as I was before we reduced it. It's the halfway point. So we'll play with that for a little bit and see where that goes. But I am feeling better, and I feel good about where transition's going. Life is life. Work is... I don't know, I had a good meeting at work today, so I'm going to be positive about that. I felt good about it. Still, dealing with this quarantine isolation, struggling hard. I really want to be more around people more, and I can't. Some people are going to say, yeah, you can. Well, I'm not one of those people. I don't think it's safe. And I live for hugs, as I said last time. So we'll keep isolating, but I've been lonely in multiple senses of the word. Been separated from my wife for 4 months at this point. Divorce is still going. There is progress on that. I won't go into the details here, but there's progress being made. Steps are being taken. And so at this point, the ball is back in her court with her attorney. So I'm back in the waiting game there to see how they respond to things. Hopefully it goes well and we can just be done with this thing already. I'm just ready to be done with it. Yeah. So things are going okay. Other than there's stuff going on in the world. This won't age well, I guess, but just to capture the period in time that is right now. Yeah, well, actually, no. You know what? I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to keep this about me because I'm vain like that. No, I'm not that vain. If I was vain, I would have made this video before I changed for the night. And yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I should probably start thinking about going to bed. You probably heard my dog doing her little shaky thing over there, and she's probably ready for bed too. I mean, she's always ready for bed. She's very lazy and sleeps a lot. Anyway, this has been another short video, just another update on what's going on. Really, the thing I wanted to talk about was the bittersweet thing with the name. And of course, I've rambled about other things. I should really start making notes, and not a script per se, but at least an outline of what I want to say. But I did want to kind of just think out loud. So don't be surprised if there's more of those kinds of videos. It's a way that I process. Hopefully it gives you insight into who I am and how my mind works. If you didn't already know. But yeah, so I think that's all. I think that's all I got for the night. So, let's see. Like and subscribe, and the thing that's going to be here. Yeah. And until next time, Love and hugs.